Welcome again to our presentations. We are going to continue with our colleague from EURES Italy, Stefania Garofalo. I'm giving the floor to her.
Thank you for the presentation. Hello, everybody. Welcome again for those I saw before. I'm here to present you the living and working conditions in Italy. We are present here at this job fair. We are two, my colleague from Veneto and me from Friuli Venezia Giulia region. We are both living and working up to the northeastern part of Italy, but we are presenting you the general conditions in Italy. Yeah. So in latest reports, Italian population reached 60 million people. This is January 2019. The gross domestic product is 0.1 plus 0.1. Luckily enough, it is plus, but it's not so much, as you notice. Monthly wages stood at 2,434 euros per month. So this is an average, but it changes a lot. So highly skilled people earn 2,340 euros per month, whilst low skilled earn 1,130 euros per month. So not so much. There's no minimum wage, but you need to refer to the collective agreements we have, sector per sector. The employment change is minus 0.30, and that means it's a numbers that takes into refer the fact when people lose a job or find a job. The number is negative, and this means that a lot of people lost their job more than found a job. Yeah. So. Labor market, so Italy's unemployment rate, a little bit of numbers more, is 10.2%. This percentage is not so high for our country because it was worse. The data reached a record low of 5.73 in April 2007, before the global crisis, and an all-time high of 13.202 in November 2014, after the global financial crisis. Youth unemployment rate is quite severe, so it decreased to 32.8% in February 2019. Generally speaking, we are very young, educated, and unemployed. So yeah, it's sad to say that Italy has only started to recover from a bad financial crisis, but the data are not so good for the youngsters, because a lot of people study a lot, but they don't find a job with qualification required by the job, by the title. So the current economic weaknesses are very deeply rooted in our social and economic fabric. And normally we have two main reasons. The first one is the distance between the skills developed in the education system and those required by the productive sector. So maybe you can go to school and have a diploma, but then your job will be completely different from what you studied. This is the first peculiar element in Italy. And then the second one is, it's why we are well educated but unemployed. When young people do find a job, it is in 42% of cases a temporary contract, so 4 times more than adults, and in 32 times it's a part-time, so nearly twice the adults rate. So we do have this problem because we do find a lot of jobs. This is not just like in the past where you found one job and it was for your life, but now you find more jobs and they're all temporary. So this is quite sad. Skill mismatches and shortages are pervasive in Italian labor markets. So that's why the Italian government recently launched some programs to solve this problem. In particular, it is the Jobs Act for labor markets, La Buona Scuola, so I have to speak a little bit of Italian too. La Buona Scuola, it was for the school, and also Industry 4.0. But, however, a number of implementation challenges remain. Some 18% of workers, for example, I do see numbers because I don't remember numbers. 18% of workers in Italy hold their qualification that is below the requirements of their jobs. 1 in 5 workers are in jobs that require a lower qualification than they hold, and 1 in 3 are working in a field unrelated to their studies, as I said before. This is linked to the weak demand of highly level skilled by many SMEs, which are low in productivity, degree of internationalization, and use of new technologies. So we have Industry 4.0, but the progress is quite slow, and so there's a so-called low skill equilibrium. Looking at past, current, and future trends, so looking for perspective, we have a lot of professions in demand and some professions that are surplus. So first of all, ICT professionals, just like software designs, implementation, and machine programming are growing, both in the service and manufacturing service sectors. And within this group, various professionals are in high demand, just like, and I read because they are very specific, mathematicians, data analysts, and statisticians, for developing ICT systems in the employers, but also for big data analysis, and for the development of the company's internal data warehouse. Software and application developers and analysts, so 38% of the companies, the companies we visit every day, define such vacancies hard to fill. So they are not able to find personnel for these jobs. Electrotechnology engineers also. This is an occupation strictly related to the automation of production processes and the development of the so-called Industry 4.0 that I mentioned before. And 43% of companies find very hard to find these professionals. Then medical doctors. We developed a program also with Denmark to send doctors abroad, but we need doctors also in Italy. So it's really critical, this profession, because first of all, you need to have a degree in medicine, which is 6 years studying, and then a postgraduate school, choosing the type of specialization you want, just like radiology or internal medicine, surgery, or whatever. And it is very difficult to pass the exam. That's why we don't have a lot of doctors, so we need them. And other health professionals, just like mechanical technicians, I found one here, maybe. Mechanical technicians, welders, and all the STEM occupations without science, technology, engineering, and maths occupations. Teaching professionals, a little bit, because a lot of people is retired now, but not so much. So it's below 1% per year, the numbers, yeah. And then marketing also, design and creative professionals. Demand is concentrated for this kind of professionals in big cities, so not everywhere in Italy. Surplus occupations are instead construction, tourism sector, and traditional manufacturing. So we don't need this kind of people. We have a lot of candidates in our country, and so we're looking for some other professionals. Labor market. So I said insufficient supply of graduates from vocational technical schools in particular, large heterogeneity of the quality of engineering study programs across different universities, and scarce wage premium. So as some of you asked me before, the salaries are not so good. not so high, even for technical specialized professions. Cost of living in Italy, a little bit of numbers, but useful numbers, let's say. Just like a meal in an unexpensive restaurant is 15 euros, which is half of your currency, I would say, yes. So 1 euro is 2 of your approximately, okay. When you go to dinner, yes, with 2 people in a mid-range restaurant with 3 courses is 50 euros, for example. One-way tickets for local transport is 150. The monthly pass, if you want to, to have its regular price, is 35 euros. A pair of jeans, for example, is 77 euros. So cigarettes, who smokes here, is 5.40. If you have to buy an apartment in the city, the price is quite high. So in the city center is 3 million. 3,032.8. Then preschool, if you got kids to put in the kindergarten, full day private monthly is 433. So it's quite expensive. Then the municipality will pay you back a certain amount if you don't earn a lot of money. You don't have a lot of incomes. Basic utilities, so electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage, for 85 square meters in apartment is 144 euros per month. So you need to consider all this stuff before moving to Italy, of course, because then you need to pay for this money to live in Italy. But the most important thing is beer, I think, So in Italy is 4.5, so 4.50 euros. Whilst in Germany is 3.50 euros, and I don't know in your country how much it is because I don't drink beer, but it's quite not so bad, but quite high. Okay, water is better. So we do have this is our system. So how we are organized. This is the EURES at the top. There's the ANPAL, which is the EURES National Coordination Office in Rome. Then we have the line managers, our managers, coordinators in the regions, in the 21 regions. And then we got, as a whole, 73 EURES advisors in Italy and about 450 EURES assistants in all regions. This is how we are distributed, and these are the regions in Italy. I do come from Friuli Venezia Giulia, which is this one, and but we got a lot of them. And we got a lot of different systems also, and different, ways to see life, and also laws, okay, and also financial benefits. Because, for example, in my region, we got a program to send people abroad for a traineeship, whilst our neighbors maybe don't have. EURES members, we are all PES, so Public Employment Services. We have a system to visit also the employers and know what they want and what they ask for. And we do offer free services, of course, both to employers and to job seekers. We have also the trade unions in our network, so that if you have a problem, if you're less paid than your colleague, or they don't pay you, or you got whatever problem, they are there for you to assist you. This is, we got an active role in mobility schemes because we managed Your First EURES Job, which is a very interesting program, and also Reactivate, okay? And we got, for example, 93 placements in Europe, and in the first one, and 200 placements in Reactivate program, which is the difference. Your First EURES Job is devoted to people from 18 years old up to 30 years old. The second one is 35, sorry, from 18 to 35 years old. The second one, Reactivate, is devoted to 35 plus, okay, aged job seekers who can find a job or a traineeship abroad in another country. What do we pay? We do pay the transfer to go for to sit for a job interview, the training course, Italian language or whatever, also technical issues, and we do pay the moving to the country according to each country. There's a price, so a number, and we do pay also the recognition of qualifications. So if you need to, if you're a doctor or an engineer or a beautician, you need to recognize your title, okay, your qualification, and we do have some money to do that. So it's a very interesting program to enroll in to gain some benefits from Europe. Some best practices at national level. There are, for example, Eures Unimol, which is a Eures Communication Lab in collaboration with the University of Molise, run by my colleague Pietro Ruggero. And the second one is a Eures course within a research doctorate and the Faculty of Engineering, University of L'Aquila, run by my colleague Anna Bongiovanni. So we try, every time we try to find something new, something more effective to involve people and find also the right candidates. Just like in this case, where we were looking for personnel in tourism sector. It has been, and also the Swedish Week we hold in Veneto. It was in other regions in Italy, and it was really, really effective because the Euro staff collaborates with employers, and we do try to find the right candidates everywhere in Europe. This is also Eures Italy on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and a lot of regional and local pages, okay? So you can find us everywhere. This is the official national website. You can see a few Italian job offers in the Eures Eures International Portal, European portal, because we don't publish them all there. We publish a lot of job offers in our regional, local systems and portals. That's why you need to see one by one the portal. So it's a bit difficult, but we are looking for a sort of revolution where we will be all linked together. Consider that we got a lot of regions and a lot of ways to understand life, and a lot of laws and a lot of programs, because if you enter a room, you know, in a international meeting, and you see, would you like a coffee? Everybody says, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. And this is the situation in Italy. So, would you like a coffee? Macchiato, corretto, cappuccino, lungo, ristretto. It's a mess, okay? So Italy is this, okay? We are all different, and so we got a lot of different regulations and programs, and also job occupations, okay, and sectors, according to the territory, the region where you're looking for, okay? That's why we ask, when you come to our stand, we ask you, where do you want to live? Where would you like to find a job? Because a lot of things change from one place to another. Yeah. So, well, there are also some competitions, some contests running on, but I would just like to say thank you for your attention, and me and my colleague Monica will be here to answer to your questions.
Thank you, Stefania. Thank you very much. Could you say a little more about the job offers that you promote here today?
Yes, today I'm promoting two job offers. One is for drivers, truck drivers, for food industry. So the people need to have a C and CE and tachograph driving license. And they offer a temporary contract by now, but it's very likely to be transformed into a permanent one. You need to speak a little bit of Italian, because, you know, our employers are in a bit difficult times when you don't speak Italian. Okay, so it's necessary. And the second one is for CNC operator and turner, okay, for mechanical industry. Okay. So if you want more information, we'll be there for you.
Okay,
And the
thank
job
you.
offers are published on the
On the
Bulgarian
national
portal.
website.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Thank
have
you.
any questions? Okay, so thank you for your nice presentation, and we are going to continue in a half hour with Cyprus.